On this day in history, April 11th, 491, Flavius Anastasius becomes Byzantine emperor with the name of Anastasius I. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopaedia Britannica going over the history of Anastasius. Anastasius I, born circa 430, died 518, Roman emperor, was born at Dyrrhachium no later than AD 430. At the time of the death of Zeno, 491, Anastasius, a palace official, silentiarius, bore a very high character, and was raised to the throne of the Roman Empire of the East, through the choice of Ariadne, Zeno's widow, who married him shortly after his ascension. His reign, though afterwards disturbed by foreign and intestine wars and religious distractions, commenced auspiciously. He gained popular favor by a judicious remission of taxation, and displayed great vigor and energy in administering the affairs of the empire. The principal wars in which Anastasius was engaged were those known as the Isaurian and the Persian Wars. The former, 492 to 496, was stirred up by the supporters of Longinus, the brother of Zeno. The victory at Cottium in 493 broke the back of the revolt. But a guerrilla warfare continued in the Isaurian mountains for some years longer. In the war with Persia, 502 to 505, Theodosiopolis and Amida were captured by the enemy, but the Persian provinces also suffered severely, and the Romans recovered Amida. Both adversaries were exhausted when peace was made, 506, on the basis of status quo. In 507, Anastasius built the strong fortress of Daras to hold Nisibis in check. The Balkan provinces were devastated by invasions of Slavs and Bulgarians. To protect Constantinople and its vicinity against them, he built the Anastasian Wall in 512, extending from the Propontis to the Euxine. The emperor was a convinced Monophysite, but his ecclesiastical policy was moderate. He endeavored to maintain the principle of the Henetikon of Zeno and the peace of the Church. It was the uncompromising attitude of the Orthodox extremists and the rebellious demonstrations of the Byzantine populace that drove him in 512 to abandon this policy and adopt a monophysitic program of religious unity in the East at the cost of Rome's hostility. His consequent unpopularity in the eastern provinces was utilized by an ambitious man named Vitalian to organize a dangerous rebellion, in which he was assisted by a horde of Huns, 514 to 515. The rebellion was finally suppressed by a naval victory won by the general Marinus. The financial policy of Anastasius was so prudent and economical that it gained him a reputation for avarice and contributed to his unpopularity. He died July 9th, 518.